Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to unlock the wisdom hidden inside a Korean poem that's over 700 years old. It was written as a guide from a father to his sons, but honestly, its message is just as powerful and relevant for us right now as it was way back in the 13th century.
So, let's just start with a huge question, one that I think we all ask ourselves at some point. How do you actually live a life of honor? It's not an easy one to answer, but it's the exact question that a father in 13th century Korea, a man named In-gyu, was determined to answer for his kids.
The poem's title is 지극할지, which literally means showing my sons. And right away, that tells you this isn't just some stuffy, ancient literature. Nope. This is intimate, it's powerful, and it's basically a blueprint for living a life filled with integrity.
Alright, so here's how we're going to break this masterpiece down. First, we'll look at the poem's core advice on duty and sincerity. Then, we'll see how those ideas translate into diligence and honor. And finally, we'll pull it all together to explore what it really means to live for your legacy.
Okay, let's dive right in. The poem kicks off by laying down two foundational principles. You can think of them as the twin pillars that hold up an entire life of honor. First, how you serve, and second, how you deal with the world around you.
So this is the very first line of instruction, and it's all about our public duty and our professional responsibility. But to really get it, we've got to look at what these characters actually mean.
Okay, so what's so cool here is how this phrase gets built. In Korean, you'd read it as 지극할지, 진정, and the real key is that last part, 진정. Now, it's easy to just translate it as loyalty, but the character Jin actually means to exhaust or to use up completely. It's about giving every single thing you have.
So you see, the crucial point here is that this isn't about blind obedience at all. It's a call for total excellence, for full-on commitment in your professional life. It doesn't matter what your job is, the message is, you have to dedicate your entire effort to it.
All right, let's move on to the second line, because this is where we see the poem build from that idea of public duty to something deeply personal, integrity. This line shifts the focus from your 9 to 5 to every single interaction you have. Now, reading this line in Korean, it's遇物当至誠, and that character mul is just fascinating. I mean, sure, it can mean things or objects, but in this context, it's so much broader. It means everything you encounter, every task you have to do, every person you meet, all of it.
This is like the other side of the coin to the external duty we just talked about. It's not enough to just do your best. You have to be your best. You have to approach everything and everyone with jisong, which means the absolute utmost sincerity and genuineness.
And hey, this wasn't some new idea In-gyu came up with. This quote from the Confucian classic, The Doctrine of the Mean, shows just how vital sincerity, or song, was in classical philosophy. It's not just a nice little virtue. It's seen as the very fabric of reality itself. Without it, nothing of real value can ever be created.
So, we've got our foundation, duty and sincerity. But now the poem gets practical. It tells us how to actually apply these big ideas. It's all about turning these principles into a daily lived reality. The third line is so personal. It's a direct, heartfelt wish from the father to his sons. I mean, you can almost feel the warmth and the hope in this simple phrase.
This line reads, 원이안 gunseokya, and the characters we really need to focus on are sukya. They literally mean early morning and night. It just paints this incredibly powerful picture of constant, unrelenting effort from the second you wake up until the moment your head hits the pillow.
See? This is a straight-up call to action. It's not enough to just be sincere in theory. You have to embody that sincerity through relentless, day-in, day-out hard work. This is what transforms a good idea into a good life.
And now we get to the final line. This is the big one, the powerful conclusion that tells us the ultimate purpose of all this effort. I mean, why should you be so dedicated? Why be so sincere? This line gives us the answer.
In Korean, this line is mucho mai soseng, and that last phrase, soseng, it's just beautiful. It literally translates to the place from which you came to life. It's such a profound and respectful way to talk about not just your parents, but your entire family line, all of your ancestors.
So, here it is. This is what it all comes down to. Your hard work, your sense of duty, your sincerity, they aren't just for you. They are how you honor your family, your heritage, and every single person who came before you. Your life becomes a reflection of their legacy.
Okay, let's put all these pieces together now.
In just 4 simple lines, this poem creates a complete and honestly profound blueprint for an honorable life, connecting what you do every day to your deepest purpose.
You know, when you see it laid out like this, the logic is just crystal clear, isn't it? It moves so elegantly from your public duty to your private integrity, then to your daily habits, and finally it lands on your ultimate reason for being. It's a powerful guide to action.
This slide really gets to the absolute heart of the poem's message. Your private virtues, your personal commitment to being sincere and diligent have a massive public and historical impact. That personal effort is how you successfully fulfill your duty to the world and, maybe most importantly, how you bring honor to your family's name.
And the reason this matters so much, right here, right now, is that it gives our daily grind a sense of real importance, maybe even an epic quality. It connects our smallest actions, how we respond to an email, how we finish a project, to the grand story of our family and our history. It means your effort matters far beyond the task at hand.
It's a question from a father to his sons, written 700 years ago, but really it's a question for every single one of us, right now. And the answer, well, it isn't written in words. It's written in how we choose to live day by day.